Hello and welcome to this video on the Life After Brady channel. Today we're going to go through the 6 games for wildcard weekend, the games we'd like to start with, and where we're thinking to start the week. Wildcard weekend usually to me is about the favorites. Occasionally you can have a 5 or 6 seed back in the old days, maybe now a 5, 6, or 7 seed, pull the upset. But to me it's about favorites. Favorites getting through. So to me, the 2 seeds are who I'm staring at this week: San Francisco and Buffalo. They both done fantastic to finish the year. Obviously, Buffalo had the week they had last week. That now they've played a game. It's still very much with them, but they leave. At least it's behind them to a degree. San Francisco's been very good with Brock Purdy, and I expect that to continue. I don't see that changing. And the last one to me is Cincinnati. Cincinnati has also been extremely good to finish the year, and I like them continuing. You look at on the other side, Minnesota, Dallas has been a little shaky here to end it. We go back to me, Cincinnati and Buffalo. Buffalo finishes the year with 7 wins in a row, Cincinnati with 8 wins in a row, Jacksonville with 5 wins in a row, and then Kansas City with 5 wins in a row as well. So those teams just playing really good right now. I expect that to continue. So that's who I like to start with. The other games, Jaguars and the Chargers, Giants, Vikings, Cowboys, Bucks. To me, you just don't quite know. Those lines are going to be smaller. They're under 6 points, under 4 points, I believe. We'll get more into that as the week goes on, but there's not really a side that screams out to me who I love. The Chargers are probably the better team, but the Chargers love to let go. They're also going to have to go all the way to the East Coast to play Jacksonville, who, to be honest, was not very impressive. They had a fumble for a touchdown to beat Tennessee with Josh Dobbs, who Tennessee was terrible. So I really can't trust Jacksonville the first time around, but at the same time, if you're trusting the Chargers, good luck to you. And I think you need to see the Mike Williams injury and their injury report overall before you go into that game. The Giants and Vikings, good luck to you. No one likes the Vikings. Haven't liked them all year, but they still won 13 games. They still got a home team, and the Giants are going to play them close. But do you love the Giants to win it? I say there's a possibility, but I think the line's 3 at this point. That's not enough to feel one way or another on Monday, this recording. And last up, the Cowboys versus the Bucks. The Cowboys, good luck to you. Trust them. You want to trust Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott? It's not for me right now. I don't love it. And then the Bucks have been bad all year, but they're here, and it's Tom Brady in the wild card round. And yeah, 3 years ago for New England, he loses in the wild card round, but you really think he's losing a home game? I don't know, especially if Dak's going to keep throwing interceptions. That's not the way I'm leaning right now. The other thing is just, who's playing quarterback. And I think you have a couple of really interesting and really just bad matchups right now that it's worth taking advantage of. The first one is going to go against it a little bit. Brock Purdy and Geno Smith. You lean Smith based on the experience, but Purdy hasn't lost in his career, I believe, at this point. So, and you're asking Kyle Shanahan, not to win an NFC Championship game, not to win a Super Bowl. This is just a nice wild card round. I think they run it down Seattle's throat, and that defense has struggled. They barely beat Los Angeles this week. They got beat by Carolina a couple weeks ago. It beat the Jets last week, but that Jet team, as we saw yesterday, is pretty terrible at this point. So, no real reason to trust Seattle. You're not exactly trusting Brock Purdy, but we'll see. This matchup between Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert, 2 young quarterbacks. I expected that to be great in the future, but first time around, what do you see? This one's one that screams to me. I don't expect Tua to play. So if you can go against Skylar Thompson, you're going to go against him all day. This matchup, good luck to you. I have Anthony Brown there. Who knows starting for the Ravens this week? I don't think it's going to be Lamar. So you definitely take Burrow. And then, 2 quarterbacks with experience in Brady and Prescott. No real matchup difference there at this point. So to start the week, this is where I'm going. The first one would be a 6-point tease of each pair. So in terms of I would take the 49ers and the Bills. I would take the Bills and the Bengals and the 49ers. To take those pairs and spread it out. That's how I would start. I'd also start with the 3-team tease, gets you to plus 160. That's going to be the only plus sign I give you today. This is mostly taking the favorites, but I think these favorites are going to get it bet up to 13 or so. So I like them at 10 right now, before the public really bets them up. That's where I take them. The last way I'd bet would be first half in game, both just money lines, so big favorites, but you parlay them together, you can get a at least to minus 175 or so. It's still, plenty of juice. You don't love it, but I think these teams are going to control. 49ers obviously going to run the ball down their throats. The Bills, a little bit more variance. I just don't think the Dolphins can score with Skyler at quarterback. They have proven the last couple weeks they can't do it versus the Patriots and then against the Jets. And then the Ravens are a good team, 10-7 this year, but the Bengals have come out strong. First half against the Patriots, they were strong yesterday against the Ravens, and I'd like that to continue. So I would continue on that line. I'll give you the lines here. Currently, this is where I see him. Minus 300 first half for Seattle, minus 490 for the game. Parlay to get that to 168. Bills versus Dolphins, even worse, 325, 540 to get you 179. Not great. And then Ravens, Bengals, first half game parlay to get you to minus 104. That's one that, maybe they'll go a little bit more on that one, especially without Lamar, most likely. So that's where I'm starting the week. We'll see where it ends up, but early on, that's where I'd go. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and check us out next time.